The Travelling Merchant sells some pretty powerful weapons in Terraria which usually get overlooked due to their rarity. Today, we're going to be looking at an extreme case of this, the Gray Zapinator. Right off the bat, the Gray Zapinator has a massive base damage of 42 and can be obtained as early as after defeating the Eye of Cthulhu. The catch is, this can only be obtained from the Travelling Merchant, which cannot be relied on due to its 22% chance of spawning each day and its extremely low chance of it actually being sold. Lucky for us, as of Terraria 1.4, bears now accelerate time, meaning you can technically grind for this weapon. I'd recommend going AFK and coming back every 2 to 3 Terraria days to check on your Travelling Merchant stock if he turned up. Now, assuming you have the patience or luck to get one of these things, you're in for a treat. To put it simply, the Gray Zapinator feels like a hard-mode weapon. Its DPS is just brilliant. Compared to the Space Gun, which is actually obtainable later in progression, it actually deals less than half of the Zapinator's DPS. It also benefits from the same 0 mana consumption set bonus that Meteor Armor provides. Now at this point in the video, you're still probably wondering what the big deal is. So what? It's a higher damaging space gun with a slower fire rate. Well, you see, the Zapinator isn't your usual weapon. Upon hitting a target with this weapon, the projectile can do a number of random things. As you can see, it almost looks a little glitched. However, some of these effects can quite literally multiply your damage by 10. The list of effects and their chances of happening can be seen here. What's more interesting about this weapon is, due to all the extra projectiles created from the effects, it's fantastic at crowd control. As shown here, the sheer number of projectiles flying about makes short work of this large group of slimes. Its randomly changing knockback also keeps away flying enemies like these eaters. By about the 5th shot, there's that many projectiles on the screen that you're sure to keep most of them far away. Of course, the question we're all asking is, how does it perform on bosses? And the answer to that is, well, quite inconsistent. Like the Space Gun, a ranged weapon that pierces is perfect for the Eater of Worlds, due to the boss's amount of segments. The projectiles can sometimes go through multiple sections of the boss, dealing more than one hit, meaning despite its low fire rate, its damage rate remains high. If you can manage to get your hands on one pre-Eater of Worlds, you've got a pretty easy fight on your shoulders. So, let's up the ante. Although the Gray Zapinator is technically an early pre-hardmode weapon, I believe it's more than capable of taking out the wall of flesh, so I put it to the test. Let's just say I was completely right. However, this was merely down to the unique nature of this weapon. One of my shots rolled the 10 times damage multiplier, taking a massive chunk of health off the boss. This seriously is the thing that makes this weapon so damn good. And even still, in its worst case scenario, its DPS is still above average and will take out the wall of flesh at a rapid pace. Thinking about it now, the Gray Zapinator could possibly take out any boss in the game if you get lucky enough. For example, its effects can stack. You could get multiple projectiles, 10 times damage, and a crit all at once, which would deal tens of thousands of damage. And better still, the Gray Zapinator does in fact receive an upgrade in hard mode with the Orange Zapinator. From what I can tell, this functions identically to the Gray Zapinator, but has 100 base damage instead. However, in my opinion, the Orange Zapinator is nowhere near as OP as its predecessor, as there are just so many other amazing obtainable weapons in hard mode. Have you used the Gray Zapinator? Let me know what you think of it. Could it be the best pre-hard mode weapon? Thanks for watching. For more Terraria content like this, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.